Hello everyone and welcome to my Specialisms presentation. So my original idea was to recreate a scene out of Day of the Dead, the death of Private Torres, in which the guy's head is like pulled off. I think you all saw it. So I got all the materials for that, and then soon after I realised it was going to be pretty impossible to achieve the effect I wanted to achieve, which is that when the prosthetic head is being pulled off, we can see that its jaw is moving and it looks lifelike. Because I bought a skull and the mask that looked kind of like Private Torres, and you see here we have a skull, and this actually would have been great if only it had been larger, because the mask I knew would be bigger than an actual skull, but I didn't realise exactly how much bigger, because no matter how much padding I filled it out with, I just could not get this mouth, if it could move that much at all, to turn into a scream like Private Torres's did. So what I decided to do instead was focus more on, well, it's the reason I wanted to do the scene anyway in the first place, which was prosthetic gore. So I decided to instead make two different gore effects. The third one I was going to make, but I ran out of time, so I'm just going to do that one next weekend, even though I know it won't go on my specialism score. So let me just show you the video, which should be playing now.
You what, mate? I'll fuck up your mum!
What's your problem, guy? You feeling alright, Josh? You look a bit ill.
So the two effects that I had in that video was the pulling out of the chest scene. It was meant to be a heart, which I was going to use this potato for, seeing as no butchers would give me an actual heart, which I found amazing. I mean, seriously, you're butchers and you don't have any hearts. What the hell? But anyway, instead I ended up using liver instead of a heart. I made lots of fake blood, well, not a lot of it, but enough of it to fill one of these tubs, which I placed inside a pillow, put tinfoil over it, and then you can see the shot where I just kind of go into his chest and pull stuff out. I wish I had more time to film that properly, because I don't think the angle does it really justice, and I wish I'd focused more on the bits of liver falling out, because that looked really gnarly. For the blood, I used syrup mainly. Well, I used a thicker blood for stuff that I wanted to stay on, but I used I used more like water and corn flour for some more bloods. That's kind of like the normal kind of flowy type blood. It's all gone now. I used it. I had a difficulty getting the shade I want. I'd actually made it too dark, the liquidy blood. So what I did is I added a bit of milk, and that kind of lightened it up a bit. It actually tasted really good as well. Really sugary though, but still nice. So yeah, that effect was actually kind of simple, and to be honest, I think I could have pulled that off better if I used better camera work. But the first effect, the zombie tearing effect, for that, I had to use liquid latex to make my own sort of gnarly wounds. I'm actually really proud of how these turned out. I'm sure if Becky did the makeup on these, it would look even more like, oh god, I've got food coming on me again. Yeah. To get these to look kind of fleshy, what I had to do was use this liquid latex stuff, which by the way is awesome and possibly my new favourite stuff in the world. And you had to make lots of layers and then blow dry it, wait for the layer to dry, then make another layer, wait for it to dry, and then once you've got about 5 of those base layers, then you start adding cotton into it, teared up bits of cotton, layer cotton, all the meanwhile you have to wait for this to dry. I used to blow dry it to speed the process. Otherwise it could skin over and you'll get stuff like, I would have had to bitten into like some really nasty gloopy stuff, and that would not have been pleasant. For the veins, what I did was you just put a normal strip of liquid latex and you roll it up, and it kind of sticks it on itself and that can look like a vein. Then I just used makeup and a bit of food dye and just kind of dabbed it on there. I think I got some decent shading on here, but it would have been cooler if I'd had some oranges and yellows to use. The back actually doesn't matter too much in the shot because you don't really see it, because when the actor bites off, they kind of bite off at an angle like, "Ugh." So you don't really see the back too much, but you can paint this like a flesh colour. I've actually bought some flesh paint in case I needed to do that, but I didn't end up doing it. But I might end up doing that on the third effect that I'm planning to do next weekend, even though I know it won't affect my specialism score. So I want to do it anyway because I'm already pretty much all the way there. I just sort of ran out of time. This is the type of thing, I should not get red on this actually. Tissue paper. That'll be fine. But yeah, this is for kind of like a bone sticking out the skin type deal. For this, I had to again dab out loads of layers of liquid latex, and then put some modelling clay to simulate kind of fat and flesh where the bone is going to be sticking out. And then next weekend, basically all I have to do is make the bone, which I make out of a popsicle stick and some straws, modelling clay, and some off-white paint that I've got here. And then what you do basically is you get the popsicle stick, stick it on someone's hand, so when they go like that, it kind of sticks out and the bone sticks out, and you can actually get that look of it coming out of the flesh because it will stick out of you see where I've made like a little incision here in kind of my latex stuff. Another thing with latex, when you're peeling it up, make sure you powder it. I used talcum powder, otherwise it will stick to itself and it could tear as well. But I was actually really surprised how durable this is once you've got enough layers of it down. I mean, each one of these took about 5 hours. This again took about 5 hours because you just have to put down so many layers and be careful to dry them, otherwise it could completely end up skinning over and not really drying very well. I've got baby oil here because I'm going to use that. Oh yeah, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. Yeah, basically I'm going to stick this onto someone with this spirit glue I have here. I think it's probably going to be Joe. And so yeah, once that's been maked up over and the bone is under it, when Joe moves his arm like that, it will stick out. It's going to look pretty darn cool, but I don't know how long it's going to take to apply, so I need to film the bits where leading up to the effect, like at a time where the light will last for a long while, if that makes sense, because I don't know how long this is going to take to apply to Joe, and if we come back later like, okay, we're ready to do the effect now, oh wait, the light's changed, it looks completely different, then that's going to be kind of useless. What else? Oh yes, the makeup. This is a Nat's makeup applier that I use. It's very handy. The cotton buds. Gorilla tape was good for the. Did I mention the chest thing? But I'm pretty proud of the prosthetics I've made, and I'd really like to do it again. See what I was meant to do here. If we do anything different, like again, like I already said, I'd give more time for the actual film rather than the making of the prosthetics, which I actually kind of enjoyed. I didn't think I would, but I did. Because I thought I'd more just enjoy the satisfaction of the gore happening. I enjoyed both. Originally, for the whole heart pulling thing, what I tried to do was make like a cardboard kind of like chess piece with a hole in it, and then put like a fake heart in there or something. But then again, I couldn't like get the dimensions right for the cardboard chess piece, so I thought it would be much easier if I just like hollowed out a pillow and made it look like a chest. Let's see what else I'm going to talk about. Or kind of like a. You see, with my original idea, I was only really interested mainly in the gore part of it. Like all the costumes and zombie makeup was okay, you know, I thought I could do that pretty easily. It turned out to be a lot more expensive than I thought it would, but that's irrelevant because I couldn't do the head thing anyway. But I thought about it, and what I thought was I just really want to do gore effects. That's the whole reason why I wanted to recreate that scene anyway. So yeah, if anyone is doing any gory stuff in their film, I've got lots of material left over, and I might even, if I'm not too busy, like to help you out with it. This is the makeup I used. So much harder to apply than I thought. Originally I was using like a paintbrush and just tried to paint on, but it didn't work, and I ended up like fucking jabbing it, and mixing it up with a bit of food colouring also helped make it a bit darker because it was a bit bright. See what else am I missing? Oh yeah, big thanks to Joe and Weenats, my housemate, for helping me do this, taking the time out of their day. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. The bone sticking out is going to look really gnarly when it comes to that. But you see, I'm kind of worried that I might have to make a new one of these and make the fat simulation kind of a bit bigger. And I'm not sure if I used the right clay actually. The American guy said use nose putty, and I don't really know like what nose putty is. I didn't find it, so I just used this kind of like air drying clay. I think it's working. And I guess if there's any questions that you guys want answering, just like put them in the comments, and I guess I'll answer them kind of like the class had to do in their normal presentations, because that's only fair. That's about it really. Steve isn't here to turn off the lights, so I guess, but I reckon I've got food coming on me again. I reckon I will get opportunity to do gory stuff again, and I would like to. So yeah, that's my specialism. Watch this space for the bones sticking out of the skin. Doing that next weekend if I'm not filming or something for our narrative. Oh yeah, I bought this latex sticker because I thought I'd need it, but I ended up not needing it at all because this stuff was strong enough by itself. Don't know why I bought this PVA or this plastic moulding roll. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Thanks for listening, and goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.